Hello, lovelies, and welcome to An Angel's Life. I actually started affiliate marketing a little over a year and a half ago because I was constantly recommending a couple of key products to all of the authors that I was talking with and several bloggers um, that were asking, how I was managing my social media and how I was creating certain videos and things like that. And it got to the point where I would, mention it in a comment on Facebook or on Twitter or wherever, and I found myself saying the same things over and over again. So I wrote a blog post. And one of the tech software tools that I recommend regularly, the marketing manager reached out to me and said, "Hey, we really appreciated your blog post about this product and how you recommended it. Have you considered becoming an affiliate?" And I really hadn't at that point. Despite my time in marketing, my experience has primarily been more as a marketing consultant and not so much doing affiliate marketing. So I took some time and I explored that, and I became an affiliate marketer for a bunch of products that I'm constantly recommending, both for business and for personal use. And then the natural progression of that was to look at other opportunities for things that we could share and expanding our market to additional things that we're interested in beyond books. Because as much as we love books and books are life in the Angel household, they're not the only thing that we love. And especially because I have a house full of gamers and we enjoy playing board games. They enjoy playing video games. I have three tech nerds in the house. And we're also restoring a 1994 Ford Mustang. And my husband and I have been on this health and wellness journey that we've been doing for me, it's been 3 years. He's kind of joined in the last year to help me stay motivated. Um, and there's just so many facets to an angel's life that never really have been shown online. And so I decided that we were going to expand that as part of the stuff that we talk about. We have a passion for cooking. And so we're going to be doing a lot more with all of those elements, both on our blog and on YouTube, and then on all of our social media. Part of that, we've been looking at several different affiliate marketing sites to find more because it's really frustrating to have 50 different products that you're recommending, and you have to constantly go to each of those sites to see what kind of deals are going on and what's this and what's that. And so we were exploring some other resources that might be a little more convenient for us to be able to track everything. And everybody's recommending ClickBank, and we spent about a month on ClickBank. And one of the things that's really frustrating about ClickBank is that most of the products that we looked at, they didn't want to send a sample. So they want me to pay for it, and they want me to use their advertising stuff that a lot of it felt like scammy, as seen on TV type stuff. And while I am all about using effective marketing and promoting properly, a lot of people who were talking about how to do affiliate marketing with the ClickBank products, they weren't talking about doing reviews. They weren't talking about, your personal experience with it and why you felt that it was a great product. They were talking about creating dummy accounts and paying for Facebook ads. And the hottest thing that sells on there is a bunch of diet stuff, much of which isn't FDA approved and hasn't been tested. And there were a lot of comments from affiliates who were frustrated because there was a great initial ROI, but then whenever the products got returned, the money that you had paid for it or that you were getting paid for it, it would get taken out of your account. That to me says they didn't have confidence in their product. They're just kind of following the get rich quick scheme. And that's not what we want to build with an Angel's Life. We want products that we know and trust, that we believe work really well. And if we get some money on the side, that's great too. And if we don't, that's okay as long as we're able to help people. So a lot of our stuff will be affiliates, but not everything talk about. But one of the things that we did find in this little adventure is Intellifluence. And they don't have a ton of products yet that I've seen. There may be more as I get more experience with them and as I'm on there longer, because their whole thing is that it's kind of a controlled influencer space. So you don't have the get rich quick people who are just out to make a quick buck. It is both qualified on the influencer side and qualified on the user side. So the companies that are submitting their products are going to be quality products and things like that. So we're pretty excited about checking that one out. As we're studying it and learning more about it, they have a really cool section, as you see here, called Influencer Spotlight. And one of the influencers that I found while I was looking at the different videos that they had is a really cool creator called Cecilia Katz. So I'm going to share a couple of clips from the interview itself to demonstrate why I think that she's a cool creator, and then also why I think that if this is the kind of culture that Intellifluence is encouraging, I'm very excited to be a part of what they're offering.
Cecilia Katz is a makeup artist, YouTuber, and Instagrammer based in Argentina. As an enthusiastic influencer who loves to review new products, people rely on Cecilia for her honesty and thorough reviews. Cecilia says she loves being an influencer and feels very fortunate. You can follow Cecilia on YouTube, where she posts makeup tutorials, or on Instagram, in addition to Facebook and Twitter. Let's do this. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got your start as a makeup artist?
Oh, as a makeup artist, my mom, when I was 15 years old, started bugging me about being a makeup artist. I'm 44, by the way. And by that time, I would tell her who would pay me to do her makeup, right? Because nobody here did their makeup. And so I said, yeah, no, Mom, it's not my thing. I studied advertising, then I went to tourism, and then I sort of moved to Canada. And there I saw an academy and went and started studying makeup, came back to Argentina and said, okay, I want to do this for a living. So yeah, to make it short, right?
And so what led you to become an influencer and start your YouTube channel?
Well, actually it was because I wanted to start showing my business. And let me tell you, I did it like hell. I put my camera here. I was like, my face looked weird and I didn't like it at all. But after a few years, actually, I started buying like nice lighting, nice camera, and doing the editing myself. It was really difficult, but I wanted to show people what I did for a living, and to start advertising myself on YouTube. And afterwards, I just, I liked YouTube so much, so I did it for fun.
That's one of the things that I absolutely love about what she's talking about. So many people are out there trying to get rich on social media, and it is kind of exhausting and frustrating, because I'm on YouTube because I want to interact and talk to other creatives, other unique personalities, and to share the thoughts and ideas that I have. I'm not here to get rich. I wanted to talk about books and engage with people in a sincere way about books. And if I made some ad revenue, great. If I didn't, that's okay too. Um, but there's so many people who are just so driven by the money, and they forget that social media is supposed to be social and it's supposed to be fun.
What do you do when a brand asks you to review a product, whether it be makeup or any other type of product, and it just doesn't work for you? In other words, how do you strike a balance between keeping the brand happy and also being honest with your audience?
Well, what I do is I don't bash brands because I don't like it. Because I produce tools for makeup artists, and I know the effort it takes to do that. So whenever a brand gives me something and I don't like it, I say it doesn't work for me, but that doesn't mean it won't work for you, because we are all different and we all have different tastes and skin types and different things, right? So not everybody has to like the same things.
I absolutely love her point there. There are a lot of tools and things that, people will ask because of my experience with social marketing. Somebody will say, "Hey, what do you guys think of this social media marketing tool?" I've yet to find a social media marketing tool that isn't useful. There are tools that I find are more useful, and then there are tools that I find to be not as productive as the tools that I like to use. But there's other things to go into consideration about the products that you use than just what your personal interest is, especially if you're talking to people about whether or not this thing will work for them. So, for example, I use Promo Republic for my social media scheduling. I absolutely love it. It is an incredible tool. It's kind of like the Lexus of social media schedulers because it does, I mean, it's really not even fair to call it a social media scheduler because it does so much more than just schedule social media. It's a social media scheduler, it's an ad manager, and it is a creative tool. And so it does all of those things. But it's also like even the cheapest plan is $9.99 a month. So if somebody who has $100 a year to put into social media marketing comes to me and says, "Hey, what would you recommend is the best tool for social media scheduling?" I'm not going to recommend Promo Republic. I'll probably recommend something like Hootsuite or Buffer, because Promo Republic is going to cost them more than $100 a year. And if that's the only budget that they have, that doesn't give them any room to utilize some of the coolest features of Promo Republic, such as the ad manager. So I wouldn't recommend that they invest in that. But if you said, "What do you think is the best social media scheduler tool?" I'm going to tell you Promo Republic and exactly why. And if somebody says, "Oh, why would you recommend Promo Republic over Hootsuite or Buffer?" If you're not calculating budget, they're completely different tools, really. So being able to understand who the target is and what their need is as part of that is key. So when I do reviews, I'll talk about what I like about something, what I don't like about something, and who I think it would be good for. And if I had a product that I couldn't find any positives about, that I couldn't see how it would benefit anybody, I wouldn't bother giving them the SEO, the energy, and the time to talk about how great they were. I know that a lot of other brands have kind of gotten their name by doing negative reviews. And really, it's across everything from negative reviews about books, negative reviews about movies. It's kind of the hot thing to create controversy and become a trend. But I refuse to do that. An angel's life is all about goodness. And you'll see that with us moving forward. It's going to be about health and wellness goodness. It's going to be about cooking goodness. It's going to be about tech goodness. We're not going to waste our time and energy reviewing bad products just to get extra attention online. I honestly had to take a break from all social media for about 6 months because it was just everything was so negative. So our space is not going to be negative. It's all going to be focusing on the positives. And I hope you guys join us with that. She has another couple of good points that I want to share. So let's go ahead and go back to the video.
I love having contact with my public. I love when they comment. I actually love it. I don't like when a video goes up and nobody comments anything, and I'm like, okay, why is that? Maybe they watch it, but they don't comment, because I like that interaction with people. I'm a people person, so I love that.
Now, I completely agree with her. One of the most frustrating things is to work so hard to create something, ask questions, and look for engagement, and then it's just crickets. A huge part of why I got into the book review world was because it was just everybody talking about YA fiction and urban fantasy. And there's so many other amazing books out there to talk about. And I wanted to start conversations about those other kinds of books. There was some engagement, there were some conversations that got started, but it's so many people are so busy looking to build the biggest audience and have the most views and have the most likes and have the most comments and have the most subscribers and all of this engagement. I just want to talk to people about the things that I love. I don't want to talk at people. I want to talk with people. And online, the only way that can happen is if we're commenting on each other's things and we're engaging in conversation. And that's really what I want to do on social media. And I hope that I will attract like people. One of the things that I will ask is that you comment on things, not just so that I can get more comments, but so that I can know what you're interested, what you're not interested in, what are your pain points, what are you struggling with, and I can look at my experiences and look at what I have in my tool bag and make recommendations to you. Something as simple as a cooking recipe and you're struggling with a piece of the recipe and why isn't it working for you, and me recommending changing the temperature. It could be something as big as I'm trying to build my social media audience and I don't have enough time to spend 3 hours a day going through and commenting and liking and engaging and blah, blah, blah. Do you have any recommendations? The answer is yes, Promo Republic. It makes life so much easier. Well, that's another video for another day. But I really appreciated her point, the comments piece. For me, it's not just social proof. It is the whole reason that I'm here, to engage in a conversation, to talk about these things that I find interesting, and to engage with people who feel the same way, or who feel differently, and talk about what your view is and why you feel differently, and maybe achieve common ground. Possibly you can change my mind. I'm very flexible that way. So, yeah, that was the cool stuff that I found from Intellifluence, this interview, and I look forward to watching some of the other interviews. But everything that I've seen so far, I really appreciate the kind of culture that they're building over there. If you've thought about getting into the influence marketer game or into the affiliate marketer game and you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments below. If you want to watch this full interview and maybe learn a little bit more about Intellifluence, I'll have the links in the comments below. If you're really into beauty and makeup and you want to watch some of Cecilia's videos, they are mostly in Spanish, but it's makeup. So unless you want to know exactly what brand she's using or anything like that, it's pretty easy to get what you need to get from the videos. And I've enjoyed the few that I've watched over the last couple of days of her. But I'll have her link to her YouTube channel and her Instagram channel. I love her Instagram channel. It's absolutely gorgeous. And until next time, keep learning.